Hey, so we're out here. We are out here at the meetup at Savage Christ Brewery in West Columbia. Got a lot of the locals, of course, and a few of our friends. So we have the game back out from if any of y'all remember from the Carolina campout, the Icebreakers game back. So we are going to be talking to one of our good friends here, Kenny Shillinglaw, and he has picked a question. So, Kenny, what is your question here?
What beliefs would you want to pass on to your children or grandchildren?
What beliefs would you want to pass on to your children or grandchildren? Now, you've had a moment to be able to think about this, Kenny.
Oh, I thought
you don't have any kids.
I thought I was asking you.
No, boy. No. Oh. This is the Sheik Power Hour here going on.
Respect, honor, integrity.
Respect, honor, integrity. I can see all those good things from you. Yeah, I can definitely see that. You don't have any kids yet. You are looking for a mate to be able to make that happen.
I'm looking for
very high, Mrs. Shillinglaw.
I'm looking for a Mrs. Kenny / transaction coordinator.
Transaction coordinator at the same time. That's a good idea. You got to hire a TC in-house.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
She's gonna transact your coordinations or coordinate your transactions.
Little of this, little of that.
So if any transaction coordinators are out there, this guy is a stud. He lives in Charlotte or just outside of Charlotte. Has bought his first. Yeah, I'm very proud of him. He bought his first rehab for a fix and flip recently, like last month. Got a great deal on it. So tell us a little bit about that deal, Kenny.
It is a full gut. It is. I bought it with a squatter inside of it. It was in very rough shape.
Yeah.
It smells terrible on the inside.
Yeah.
Starting the demo now and cleaning it out. And then we'll probably have it listed by February.
Okay.
The reno is going to be a little higher than what we thought, but that's a given, but we're still going to make some money on it, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I got two good people partnered with me on it too, so make sure I don't mess up. They have years in the game, and I'm fresh.
Yeah.
So,
I feel you. A
lot different than wholesaling. It's the other side of wholesaling.
But you got two partners, so that's a good thing. You're not like all in it yourself. Yeah.
Right.
You got some backup.
I got some quality control.
Quality control.
Yeah.
Kind of like your next ex. Your TC.
This next one's got to count, Steven.
I bet.
This next one's got to be the one.
Got to be the one.
Yeah.
Bet. All right, awesome. Well, we are proud of you. We look forward to. I hope you share lots of that online and let us see how it goes.
I'll document the whole thing.
I've seen a few of your videos already on it. I'm liking it. I'd love to see you in there like tearing some stuff up. I know you were doing some demo the other day.
Yeah. I need to get those glasses, man. I need to be able to like.
You don't want to wear these in a construction scenario.
Really?
No, you tear them up. And it's
they're fragile.
I don't think they would do very well with scratches and all that.
I'll get my sister to film for me or something like that.
That's
like,
it.
Hey, watch me tear down this wall.
Yeah, you just get a tripod and like throw it up and have it time lapse your day.
Yeah. What if there's $1 million behind the wall?
I saw a video the other day of something similar to that where a guy found like 20 grand or something in a ceiling.
Yeah.
But I don't know how real it was, but it probably was.
Judging by the shape of this house, there's not $1 million behind the wall. There's no money behind the wall.
Yeah. I mean, unless there's just like,
We were going to add an addition. We decided to scratch that because the reno was like, our quotes started coming in really high. So we're going to use the existing footprint, still add a bedroom. ARV is going to be a little lower, but we'll still make a good profit.
Nice. Well, good job, bud. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're making it happen. So,
trying to not do any of the work myself, but right now I'm doing some of it.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. So next up, you want to do one?
Sure.
All right. Do me a favor. I got these new. These are new for us. We're gonna, and I meant to break these out for you. I apologize. It's gonna give us a little bit better audio quality though. Some little Lark M2s if you want to buy some of these Lark M2s. They are beautiful from Hollyland. I'll give you a code for them in the link below. So it'll give us some better audio though overall. And hey, by the way, Steven? Armando. What's your last name, Armando? How can people get a hold of you?
Versalo, Armando Versalo. I'm on Facebook. On
Facebook, Instagram. Armando Versalo. Versalo. All right, Armando. So, what's your question here?
When was the last time you took a leap of faith and found out you could fly?
When was the last time you took a leap of faith and found out you could fly?
Okay. I would say when I moved here to Colombia, I didn't come here looking for a job. I came here to start my own business.
Nice.
And I started a home remodeling business.
Okay.
And I realized I was making money on my own. Like I wasn't working for somebody paying me. I was going out marketing myself, and I found people willing to pay me to do work for them in their house. And it had its ups and downs, where to the point where now I'm still looking to see what I'm gonna do next. But at least I realized, I can do something on my own if I really wanted to.
That's right. Yeah.
And it showed me that that's what I want to be able to create my own money as opposed to relying on somebody else to pay me.
That's beautiful.
So,
yeah.
I would say that was my leap of faith, and although I didn't, have a successful, thriving business, it helped me out. It opened my mind up that it can be done.
Well, you're going to be able to use that in the future.
Exactly.
That proof of concept to be able to make it better in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your next like leap gonna be? And I know you're already here, so you've got it's part of a leap now.
So I want to focus on getting into real estate and actually purchasing property for my own rentals.
Okay.
Because when I was doing my rehabs, I was working with a lot of investors, and I saw, they're doing this. I'm working on their homes. I was like, I could be doing this for my own properties.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. So I want to
awesome.
Knowledge to place.
Yeah. Where are you looking? What's your buy box?
Still learning right now, but I would say I want to get into a duplex or some type of multi-family I don't want to do single family. I want to do more of a duplex or triplex or something like that.
Awesome. And locally here in Colombia?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be a good idea for you to be able to take that on locally.
Places in Colombia.
There's quite a few. Yeah, there's quite a few.
You bought one not too long ago.
I bought one. Got one quite a few years ago. Duplex here in West Colombia, and actually just a few blocks that way we've got one, and that one's been great. I'd like to get a lot more of them, So, I don't have any leads on a duplex right now, but if I get one that want to give up, I'll send it your way.
Awesome.
How can people get a hold of you? You said Armando Versalo.
Armando Versalo. You see me on Facebook or Instagram by my
so it's
name.
at Armando. That's perfect. It's just your name. It makes it very easy. So awesome. Congratulations, man. Definitely. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Add him in. Send it to me once you find him.
This Instagram.
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Instagram. Actually, you don't mind. I'm sorry. It is actually under just Mondo.
Okay.
Mondo Versalo. Okay, let me see it when you pull it up so I can show everybody out there.
Here we go.
Here. Oh.
Facebook is under my.
There he is, Armando Versalo. Pull him up anytime, and if you wouldn't mind sharing that to me, that'd be great.
For sure.
Awesome. Love to have you on there, man. Yeah, you can definitely. We do these meetups, of course. You're in sub 2 or not?
No, but
not yet.
I'm
okay.
Looking to get into it.
Awesome. Well, we definitely help you with that if you're looking at it. We can get you linked up with the right people there. And let us know. Beyond that, we have some other groups here in Colombia beyond the just sub 2 stuff that you can definitely come join us at. Lawrence and I are doing a thing with Great Minds. It's a local, newbies and what have you that are trying to get into the business, and we'd love to have you join us for some of those things too.
Awesome.
Love to connect with you on those things and make it happen.
You're looking to buy some deals right now, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We've got some deals for sale.
You probably prefer creative deals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I can get to work for you, man. I'm primarily a wholesaler.
Okay.
But I'll do everything I can to find something. Usually, Steven's got a hawk eye on Colombia.
Yeah.
He's a buyer in Colombia, but we can look out for you, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've actually got one that it's a single family though. That's I'm looking at just selling off, and I was gonna do the rehab of it because I think it'd be worth like $240 when we're done, $250 when we're done. I'm buying it for $100 cash. Oh, and we'd probably take like 50 or 60 to be able to rehab. But I'm thinking about just selling it off, and that way I don't take my focus away from what I'm doing.
Shadowfield?
No, I'm selling that one too, though.
Now I'm thinking about it, I would just like put a little bit of money into it, but I'd wrap it, dude.
I'm gonna either wrap it or Shadowfield. I'm gonna wrap, or I'm going to just subtail it. I'm just gonna subtail it and take it straight to market. Yeah, take it straight to market. But I've got another one out in a good area of town. It's actually over towards near his house, not too far from his house. Not quite the neighborhood he has. But it's I'm thinking about just putting it out there for selling it off, just because I don't want to take my energy away from what I've got going on.
Now, question: for subs, does it matter what the price point is?
It only matters about the entry, to be honest.
Because I have an old couple.
To be honest,
selling off, seller by owner, their property. It's a new development built in 2022. And I have a feeling they believe they're going to be able to sell the house. But I'm like, I don't think you're going to sell this house quickly. Who knows?
They do need pain.
To find the right person, but I just feel like in a brand new development where that's still developing, how often you're going to find somebody who's going to want to buy a house that's already been lived in when they have new homes being built?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends. Myself, I like an older house, but a lot of people do like the brand new. Most people are more brand news.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a sub 2 as a rental, I'd really want it like built in 2019, 2017.
Something new. Yeah, something new.
But if it's built in 2017, it's the same owner. Since then, they have a significant amount of equity. With sub 2s, it matters is like, can I make money off the cash flow by renting it out, whether it's a long-term, mid-term, or co-living. If it's co-living, it can't be an HOA neighborhood. But it's like, can I make money off the rental value, and how much is my entry fee? Like, how much am I going to have to put into this? So if I'm making $300 of cash flow, I'm not trying to put down $60,000 on a $200,000 house.
Yeah. Some people will, just because they want they just want that write-off. But myself, I'm not. I want a small entry, 10% or so. I might go to 15, depending on how much cash flow it is. So those things matter.
I thought of having a conversation with them, like say, hey, like, I don't think your house is gonna sell as fast as you think it will, because they're looking to. I work in property management, so they're looking to rent where I'm living, where I'm working at right now. Mm-hmm. So, I guess in order to speed up that process to get them to move in, they're waiting for it to sell. And I'm like, was my theory with it being a brand new community, I don't think they're going to sell that quickly because they're not working with a realtor. So he's not marketing any way besides having a sign on his front lawn saying for sale by owner.
So he doesn't have a lot of motivation to move, though. Doesn't sound like.
He does, because he doesn't want to be in a 2-floor house. He just apparently he sold all his old properties, whatever houses he's lived on, by himself. So he thinks it's going to be the same thing here.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I should try to sit down with him and see how I can work something out where, I don't know, just helping him get him out of his house by...
Maybe find him a new place so you can take over his old place. Maybe that'll give him motivation.
Yeah, I mean...
You can always find him that.
Yeah, I mean, if you need help talking to the guy, we can call him up.
Exactly. Yeah. We'd definitely help you with that.
Well, I have a new place. He wants to move into where I'm working at. He just wants to wait till he sells. He's like, when I'm, which he's gonna be renting. He's like, when I move here.
Oh, that's just an alignment of goals then. Just say, hey.
Well, I don't want to hear that's where you want to die at, but that's what he's like. This is gonna be my final move. Him and his wife.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you got a new place for him, and he doesn't want to move till you sell the old place, be like, okay, well, why don't we just do just swap. Basically, you just swap. You can make the.
If he's worried about qualifying for a new loan to buy the house, we could help him out in that aspect.
Yeah, there's a way to swap that over. They say exchange it.
Well,
yeah.
Where I work, I do property for an apartment community. Not like it's nothing you can interchange with where he currently lives.
It'll like be a rental then.
It'll be, yeah, he's doing a rental, so he's not looking to own anymore.
Oh.
He wants to rent an apartment where I'm at right
perfect.
now.
That's perfect.
It's even better.
That's a perfect sub-2 candidate.
Yeah.
Now they're not worried about DTI.
Yeah, you're not worried about any of that stuff.
That's what I was like. I think I should try to have this conversation.
I think
it's worth
yeah, it's definitely worth the conversation. The other one, get on YouTube, watch a bunch of videos on how to have that conversation. And two, you can definitely we can help you do that conversation.
Now, in 2022, the interest rate's going to be anywhere from 3.5 to 5.5.
Yeah, which isn't bad. I mean, we get somewhere if he was on the lower end of that, that's perfect. Yeah, to keep in place.
Yep. All that matters is how much can we rent for and how much we're going to have to pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it sounds like you wouldn't have to come out of pocket very much because he doesn't have a lot of equity, probably.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And there's also the pullback in the market a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. So you can make all those adjustments and see where you come in at. Might work out perfectly.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Is it nearby here in Columbia?
It's in Lexington.
That's okay. Yeah.
Are you able to skip trace and stuff like that? Well, you know the person.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just haven't seen the property. I just know the property he's trying to sell, and I saw the area that is basically. If you look it up on Google right now, it just still comes up as dirt land, but it's all new development.
Yeah.
So I just haven't had the full conversation with him yet on it, but I think we'll bring it up. See what happens.
That's how we do it.
I mean, worst thing he says is no. Absolutely.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Worst thing you can say is no. Same thing with your TC girlfriend. You want to do one, Kenny?
Not really, but...
Oh, come on! You got Wavos. I know you do. Put that on your. You can hold it up, or you can put it on your. It's a magnet on the back. You just separate them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out. So, this is Kenneth Cologne. Kenneth Cologne has cleaned himself up today. Looks like he's got a fresh new haircut and he's all shaven up and looking good. Pull yourself a card.
Hey man,
There are different categories in this, by the way.
Let me get your bling, man.
Just gonna grab something.
You can, if you ever have any questions or anything,
Yeah, just pull one out. So you got a gray card. It is called Dreams. These are your dreams.
If you could go back to school to study anything, what would you choose?
If you could go back to school to study anything, what would you
At
choose?
one meetup, they were like,
What would you choose, Kenny?
Hell yeah, set up that same day.
Lawrence will make you get a bling.
Yeah.
We all will. Yeah.
Well, the only stuff I want to learn, you can't learn in school.
Oh yeah. What are those things?
How to actually run a business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things they don't teach you in, well, at least not in grade school. But I'd say, an honest answer, probably psychology.
Psychology. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Understand how the human mind works,
Mm-hmm.
how different people process things. I think it would be very helpful in having conversations with everyone, really.
Yeah.
People you do business with, sellers, anyone.
Nice.
See that being a valuable skill.
Psychology. I like it. I can see that. I can see that with you. Yeah. You're always interested in how people's, reactions are and what have you whenever we have conversations with people. Be it other members or, business partners, what have you. Yeah. That's cool. Probably help you on a lot of other ways too. It could help you on all your other relationships, so you can understand their perspectives.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
It's taken 30-some years to just realize that not everyone thinks the same.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now figuring out how they think is the other part of it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Nice. What are some things that you feel like you're going to work on in the next year to be able to better yourself in that way or another? It's near the end of 2024 now.
And there's some deep questions. How am I going to better myself? Just more discipline. Like actually, more discipline, more consistency, sticking with the things that need to get done on a daily basis. The things I know I need to do in my business.
Yeah.
And letting other things that aren't as important fall by the wayside, at least.
I feel you, bro.
Until I have time
I feel you there. I feel that bad. Yeah, I feel that bad. Yeah, I was thinking about that on the way here, actually, how certain things get in the way of my life and how they hold me back from the things I want to get done.
Yep. Because you're like, oh, I got to do this, this, and this, and then if you really sit down and think about it, you should be doing something else instead.
Yeah, or you got to do this, and this, but you only get this one done, and it's like not the most important one of those.
I've been trying time blocking recently, just like trying to put everything in the calendar, like just so I don't forget.
That's the thing I'm working on now too. Yeah.
Get it all. I use Outlook. Just try to get it all in the calendar. But get him to pull a card. You gotta pull a card, man.
He did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was his card.
What if I go back to school and study anything?
What would it be? What would you learn in school?
You never, like these questions on these things, just like you never know what you're about to get.
Yeah, it can be almost anything. Yeah, you're gonna answer it. You pull one. You pull it out.
The first part of my answer was like, I can't learn what I actually want to learn.
It's beautiful though. So whenever I see y'all out there in the TV land, if I see y'all, we're gonna do some little icebreakers. We're gonna get to know you a little bit better and get to know me a little bit better along the way. We'll all learn something together. So let's ask the other guys. They've all volunteered except for Adrian, which Adrian is volunteering anyways. So it's all good. My food's probably ready too.
Grab a couple more. But let's start with
I ordered, I got like ribs, I think. They should be good.
They have Christmas trees hanging up, and then they have.
Who's up first? You look like you're just listening. You're up. This is Paul. Paul, this is a mic. You can hold it or you can put it on your shirt. It's got a magnet on the back. You're okay. I won't touch your food. I got ribs coming. I need to go get them. Paul, you're out of Charleston, South Carolina.
I am, yeah. Actually, Somerville, which is part of the metro of Charleston.
Yeah, definitely. And you've got a lot of really good things coming through Charleston right now. And you've got quite a lot of good things.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm kind of focused on helping out people that have purchased near the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, and a lot of military people, they can't stay longer than 3 years, so they're hitting that window where they have to move, and now they don't know what to do with the house, and there hasn't been a lot of appreciation in the market like they were expecting, so they don't have enough equity to sell and make money.
Nice.
And so I'm trying to help them kind of figure out what they're going to do with these houses, especially if they don't have any equity and they take it to a real estate agent and they're talking about, you're going to have to bring $5,000 to $10,000, maybe $15,000 to the closing table, and that's just a problem that they have, trying to help fix that.
Awesome. Hey, can you grab my phone over there? Or just tell Kenny to pass it?
You're gonna have to repeat all that.
No, you can actually. No, you won't. It's all been on there. It said poor connection a second ago.
Okay, no worries.
So I just want to make sure it's close enough to be able to get a good one. So today you've seen this before.
I've seen you have that before, but I haven't really been exposed to it.
Haven't done the question yet. We were introduced by Jason over here to this game, and this is a good one actually. We've had some great questions at the other table. So you're just gonna pull a question.
Okay.
We're gonna read it yourself. You read it out loud to yourself, and then I'll repeat it to the channel.
Okay.
And then you answer it to your best of your ability. And some of them are kind of hard. There's different categories.
Okay.
But they're really just to get to know you better as a person, and hopefully help you get to know yourself better.
I like it. I'm ready.
Yeah. So draw away.
Pull from the middle.
Wherever you want to pull it from.
Right. Yeah, we got one.
Awesome.
All right. When did a guardian angel show up in your life? Well, that's a great question.
When did a guardian angel show up in your life?
Oh,
wow, that could be good.
I mean, I guess at what point is I want to focus on that? Let's start off. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go with my most recent transition. And I'm going to say my most recent transition was right around the 2019 time frame. And that was when I was working a W-2 like most people do. And I had the government job, military, real secure, and I thought everything was good. And then as I was preparing for an inspection, we had some hard times going on in where I was working. And I was preparing for an inspection, and I opened up a folder, what I thought was some drill guides I was working on, but it actually was what's called a departure for cause. So it is firing papers.
Oh,
for
God.
a Navy person, yeah.
Damn.
And when you get fired from
That's
what I was
harsh.
doing, right, 18 years in the military, and you think you're 2 years
You got
away
2
from-
years away.
Yeah, but
I didn't know they could fire you from that.
yeah, you definitely can. So
Damn.
So it's a departure for cause, and it says, Paul Birmingham, signed by the captain. Recommend no retention, no benefits, all that good stuff, right? So like.
No benefits?
Yeah, so it would be, and then the way it works in the nuclear Navy is you have all of your work background and schooling based off of the Navy saying, hey, you did a good job. Well, when they kick you out and say, hey, you didn't do a good job, all of that gets wiped away.
Yeah,
So you can't
dishonorable
rely-
discharge.
Yeah, well, maybe not even that, but you can't go and use those credentials for a job, right? So like my nuclear background allows me to work out in the civilian world for a couple $100,000 or more a year, but if that gets taken away, I really don't have a whole lot of marketable skills, at least from my perspective, right? It'd be a lot harder to get a job. So when I looked at that, and 18 years of my life had been dedicated, a lot of that time underwater on submarines,
Wow.
I thought, oh my gosh, like what do I do, right? And at that time, we had this guy come in, and he was a new leader in the command. They'd done some switching out of some people, and his name was Steve Steiger. And even though Steve Steiger and I got along really well,
Steve.
Yeah, Steve was a really great guy, and kind of what he focused on was people more than anything else, whereas the last person kind of focused on his accomplishments for his own personal benefit. This guy, he was going to get those accomplishments and those personal benefit, but he was going to do it by focusing on people, and that was a huge one there. But that, and while he kind of helped me hold everything together and continue on and get to the point where I was able to retire last year, and that would probably make him that guardian angel, the real thing that happened in that situation is I changed my mindset of I'm going to work for this security, and the security is going to pay me back, to I can't rely on a job or the government or whatever. Like, I need to go out and create my own thing, and then I can help other people, but I can't help other people until I put my oxygen mask on, right? And to find out that I thought I had this oxygen mask and it really wasn't there, that was huge for me. So that's kind of how I transitioned into
You say auction mask?
oxygen mask.
Oxygen
Like in an
mask.
airplane,
Okay,
right?
yeah. Oh,
I tell you,
oxygen
in a
mask.
crash, you put your oxygen
Yeah.
mask on first.
Yeah.
So I thought the oxygen mask was that retirement after 20 years, and to find out that that's your most secure, safest, the thing that you're limiting yourself by, right? You're saying, hey, I'm going to give up all my hopes and dreams because I have this security, and that's good enough. When
Yeah.
in reality, that security is all false, right? There is no, hey, this is actually secure. This is, I think it's going to be there, and it could be gone tomorrow. Whether it's a company or it's the government or whatever it is, that thing you think you have can be gone, and if you don't have yourself set up for success, it doesn't matter, right? It would have been, had they signed that piece of paper was actually signed by my captain. Had they submitted that for admin, I would have been gone. It would have been as easy as that. 30 days later, no job. No pension, no nothing, no health care, all that gone, and everything I'd given 18 years up for would be over. So that was when that mindset shift happened, and it was a really dark time in my life. I ended up gaining like a ton of weight in like 3 months because I went and focused 100% on making sure I didn't get fired, and I would be able to continue on to the next thing and make the transition on my own terms.
So you were able to make that 20 years then at that point.
Yeah, so I ended up doing
awesome
4
job.
years. Yeah.
Nice job.
I didn't.
That's
get
a
fired.
big turnaround. Yeah.
Didn't get fired on a submarine, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I got to the shore duty here in Charleston, South Carolina, and that's where I was able to say, at that point, it wasn't the security that was going to keep me going to a job every day. It wasn't the entitlement of I'm going to get my health care, I'm going to get my pension, I'm going to get that. It was, now I was more driven by fear than anything else. It could all be taken away, and that's when I said, hey, it's time to put myself in a position where I'm in a corner, my back's to the wall, I fight my way out, or I fail. And that's when I went and I bought my first flip house in South Carolina, and that transitioned from being the person who stayed just enough money to do a little bit and pay all the bills, to becoming the person who now has, you know, a net worth of nearly $1 million, depending on the real estate day, you know, and then 11 properties right now, and multiple flip projects happening. And I was cool. I actually, because somebody asked me about it, I calculated it out. The houses that I either have actively flipping, those will all sell in 25. The 3 that I have under contract to be purchased and flip, all again will sell in 25. Just the projected conservative income on those, $310,000.
Hell yeah!
Just to go from that person who they took away my paycheck,
you were screwed.
Paycheck, I was done.
Yeah.
So now I've gone out and I've created something to where conservatively it'll be $310,000, and it'll probably hit closer to
5 years from that day to now.
Yeah, it did.
Congratulations, Paul.
Yeah, and so,
that's fucking huge.
You know what? My guardian angel wasn't Steve Steiger. My guardian angel was my captain that signed that letter and put it.
To be honest, you're probably right. Yeah. I mean, because he, you know, in a way, he was kicking you in the ass to make you do this.
And I mean,
you know,
he didn't want to do that. He knew that if the inspection didn't go the way we wanted, somebody's head was going to be on a chopping block, and it was better mine than his.
Oof.
You know, and then that's a reality. That's a real life thing, right? Like,
yeah.
In reality, if he's the captain of a submarine, right? Like, that's a really hard position to get to, and you know, there's a lot that goes into that. Why should he give all that up when he could put my head on the chopping block and chop my head off instead? And that is what has changed. That's the pivotal change point of my life, is opening that folder, finding that letter. Had I not found that letter, I probably would have just stayed what I call uncomfortably happy. Comfortably unhappy. So,
comfortably unhappy. I like it that way. Yeah, I can see that.
You're too comfortable to find happiness. You just stay unhappy.
I stayed a lot of my life that way. Yeah, I agree.
That comfort zone, right?
Yeah, a lot of people stay that way all the time. You know, they stay in these shitty jobs and shitty relationships, and you know they hate their life, but they don't want to like give it up or move on to something else because they are comfortably unhappy. You know, they know it's security.
You know, even hobbies, right? Like the person who they dream about the whitewater rapids and there's nothing stopping them, but they don't want to take that risk.
Yeah.
Or they dream about being the person who climbs Mount Everest, but they don't want to take that risk, right? I don't have those kind of aspirations to do those kind of things, but 5 years ago me wanted to be me today, but I wouldn't have done it because I was comfortably unhappy.
Well, I'm proud of you, and I know the 5 year ago yourself is very proud of you. Probably the 20, 30 year ago self is probably really proud of you.
That 18-year-old that said, Paul, let's sell everything we have, drive to Alaska, stand on a pier until we get tired as a salmon fisherman.
I feel that.
That 18-year-old Paul would be very happy with where I am today.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and now you can go and, you know, get on that pier and buy a boat if you wanted to. Probably buy it some too.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's awesome, man.
I'm proud of you, man. Great job.
Nice questions.
Yeah, makes you think a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're gonna be doing these flips in the next year. What's something that you're gonna be taking on in the next year that you feel is something that you're being pushed towards?
Yeah. So I mean, what I've kind of figured out, and this may change, but what I figured out for right now is I have a lot of personality flaws, right? Like, people who know me, they know the best parts of me because that's what I try to emphasize. But there's personality flaws as to, like, I don't hold myself accountable to a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Example, I bought these 3 condos sub-2 at the beginning of the year, and one of them kind of okay, but required a little bit of fixing up. One of them had a Section 8 tenant in it who then died within a month or two. He had cancer, so it was unfortunate, but it was going to happen. And the other one had a tenant that's just long-term.
Okay.
So the one that had the person die, I turned that over and I got that ready to go, but only after I committed to somebody else that I was going to give them a place to stay when they transitioned from Italy to America, and they needed a temporary lodging situation until they got their next place to live. The one that is not, there's no one else holding me accountable, and I shouldn't say that. There's no one else that I would be accountable to in that situation. That condo is completely unrenovated, and in fact, the condo above it has had a water leak, so it has gotten much, much worse to where the ceiling in the bathroom has collapsed. There's mold throughout the unit. It's going to be a lot of money now to get that thing back up and operating. So what I mean by that is, if I don't have somebody else that I'm accountable to in the situation, then I'm not going to do the things that I need to be doing. So I've now decided if I go off and I partner on these different things, that project's going to get the best version of me, and the person that I'm working with is going to benefit from me doing those things. But more importantly, I'm going to benefit from having that partner, not because necessarily of what they're doing, although they do have their own strengths and wheelhouse, but because that brings my best version to that project. So that's what I'm focusing on now, is I'm focusing on building these strategic partnerships so that the things that I'm doing are much more successful.
It'll keep you mentally accountable.
Keep me mentally accountable, keep me engaged in the project, and also allow me to do a whole lot more, as the team has the team has the strengths that I wouldn't have alone.
Awesome. Yeah, wow. I'm proud of you, man, and I'm glad that you made those 24 years, and I think you're here today well beyond everything that you dreamed of at that point in time.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
And just think it'll be getting bigger every year. So that's huge.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much for letting us for telling us that story, man. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut out for a little bit here on the live. My glass. They've been on for a good little while. But this has been some of the Sub 2 meetup here in Columbia. A little bit, just a short bit. I'm going to be cutting out of here and going to the football game. So, I go Carolina, go Cox. Hopefully we'll play really well today. And talking about that, here's the man of the hour, Tom Harmon, my actual uncle. So, love everybody, and we'll see you soon. Cameo.